Let's talk about Facebook communities and how to grow them. I'm going to show you some great stats, but first, let me show you what I just got. This is a pretty cool one because look inside. It's got some lights, nice and soft. It doesn't hurt when I put it on. And there's a little button. You see that light? Do you see that light? Turns on and off, and you can hear me pretty well. I can see you. I love this thing. I'm going to put it right there. You'll get to see that one. But let's talk about Facebook and Facebook groups specifically. If you follow me, you know I created Lab Code Agents. It's got 150,000 people in it, and it takes a village to make sure that it runs well. I'm going to show you a few things on the back end. If you're looking to build a community, to grow it, nurture it, and then start monetizing it, there are some few things that I'm going to show you. Let me share my screen with you first as I bring you in, and that's my personal page. Let me shift out of that into Lab Code Agents, and I'm going to show you some secret numbers on the back end, which you will love. We're at 148,000 members, and on the left, you're going to see growth, engagement. That's what I want to take a look at because that's the secret to really understanding your community. Now, there are some other things that I will show you, but first, let's go with those. Growth and engagement. If you already have a community, this is what you want to go in and take a look at. First, we can see growth. We've steadily gone up. It just continues to grow up organically. And we have 107,000 active members. It goes up and down. Out of the 148,000, over 100,000 engage every 28 days. These are important numbers because when you're trying to monetize your community, people will ask, well, how often are people jumping in, right? And what are your total amount of people that are actually participating? And that's the active members. If you click on the little eye, it gives you more information. Now, if you want to get even deeper information, you go to engagement there and you click and you see, okay, let's take a look at all here. You have 222,000 reactions, 72,000 comments. You see why I can't get to all the comments all the time? And 2,400 posts. Now that fluctuates depending on the season, depending on the month. Sometimes we're at like 600,000 total. And sometimes we're at like, what is this, like 300,000? So it goes up and down dramatically. There you saw this before, and this to me is important data right here because we have 107,000 active members. We get to better understand what days we should be posting and what days aren't that great, and times. So here you go, Monday, right? I mean, you can take a look at this really quick. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, blah, blah, blah. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I would say are the top three right here. Right, there you go. And then when you want to look at times, let's take a look at Tuesday since that seems to be the best day. Tuesday at around 5 p.m., and this is my time, right? Pacific time is best. Now we go to Wednesday. What time is that? It looks like it's the same time. What about Monday? Damn, it looks like it's about the same time. Let's take a look at every day. For some reason, Thursday throws us off, but not by much. And then Friday's weird. Saturday, of course, is an interesting day, and Sunday's lower all around. Now, the good thing is, as you go into posts, this is what I want you to do. Go in and take a look at posts that gather eyeballs and engagement. So you can see here the reach, 50,000, 60,000, 44,000. This fluctuates. What this is primarily looking for is engagement. People that actually engaged with the post versus just put eyeballs on it. Right? The eyeballs change. The engagement is the important thing. Here, as we scroll down, we can kind of get a better idea of what people are looking for specifically in these groups, right? So in our group, if we go and take a look at, we can narrow down top posts, all posts by admin or all, right? And we can take a look at who's doing a great job. We can take a look at dates, and we can take a look at titles. And if we want to go in deep, let's take a look at this one for sale by owner. For sale by owner, you say? Let's take a look at that one. We can get a better idea of what this looks like. And it had 5,000 likes and 629 comments. The reach was pretty massive. We can even go into details here and see how many likes, how many people laughed at it, right? And so forth. This gives us really a deeper understanding of what we need to be looking at, right? But that's just part of it. Because if you go in deeper on the left, you see membership. Now you find the top members that contribute into the community. You see, all this information comes together because we need to be using this information to grow our communities, right? And a lot of people, when I talk to them and I'm teaching this and I'm coaching them on this, they're like, what? I never even knew this part. I'm like, yeah, this is what you need to be paying attention to. And then throw some love on these people that are making your community even more amazing. So this is a cool stat. 63% of our audience is female, 37% male. Why is it important? Well, content, right? What are we looking at? And of course, you have 2,200 people in LA and San Diego because, I created the community. I'm out of LA. And so this is where I started with most of the people. Now you can go and open this up more. It'll give you bigger data. But this is important to take a look at because the next thing we're going to see is, well, let's go back to home. Now I want to go in and take a look at some questions because the questions that are being asked are important because it tells me, well, what are people most interested in the community and why do they come here? And I need to know because are these questions being answered? The last thing you want in a community is to have questions asked and have no one answer them. Actually, somebody's answering this one right now, which is cool. But that's another piece to this. Now, there are also settings. You go to settings and there are some choices here. I want you to make sure that you have these on. And if you scroll down, you get a better understanding of whether or not you want to approve people as they come through automatically. We don't. We want to make sure that they are actually real estate agents. We actually reject more than half of the people, or else our community would be like 400,000 big, uh, if that is correct grammar there. But anyway, the other thing you want to take a look at is, do you want to connect this with other communities that we have? And yes, we do, right? And we have linked pages as well, just in case you want to run some ads. Now, as you start growing the community, the other thing that you need to be able to reach your group outside of Facebook is make sure that when people are joining the community, you're also asking questions. So let's go to the home page. Now, you're going to bear with me on this one because it's been a while since I changed the questions because there we go. We're going to, you can also pause the group, which I don't know why you would. Now you go into here and I believe it's under, you know what, it's going to be probably on the left here. So what I want you to do is take a look at settings. I think it's under settings where we were before, and you're going to be looking for questions to ask. And it should be right under, hopefully here. Let's take a look. All right, so it looks like they switched it up, and you see here under on the left it says membership questions. They made it much easier. What you want to do is add a section that says a question. Leave your email address to subscribe to our newsletter. This is important because you start building an audience outside of Facebook, right? And then you can have the audience, whether it's to webinars, to events, anything you want like that. And then we ask other questions. Are you a real estate agent? When you get accepted, no spam, all that great stuff. Now, there's also another section I want to show you that they recently added that you have to keep an eye on, only because they're always changing this. And it's a great way to post it on a t-shirt, post it on any type of flyer, or you can even test this out on your own. But go to the little three buttons. Now it's different for everyone because Facebook's running like 10,000 different types of Facebook outlets here with everybody. Share, go to share via QR code. And now it's generating the QR code. If you scan that, it takes you directly to that group. You can put it on a hat. You can put it on anything you want, really. And if you're promoting your group, right, like we do, we could just copy code and send it over. But that's part of what I need you to be paying attention to, because the more you love, the more you go through and you comment and you make sure that there's no empty section where people haven't commented, they haven't liked, right? This is why we go here and we're like, what's the newest activity? This just got posted because I approved it. And now you go through, just make sure everyone gets the love that they need. That's a cool one. And then here, let me stop sharing really quick. What you want to do is Always start reaching out to those people that are contributing a lot. Make a team of moderators that are always taking a look, making sure that all questions are answered and that the culture is there. Right? That's the key, because the more people that keep on coming back, the more you can now have people that are listening for, well, do you want to have an event? Right? Or you also have a course to sell. Awesome. Or you sell merchandise like t-shirts or anything like that. Or more importantly, if you're going to create a community for your business like Peloton has, or like my friend Blair out of Phoenix, who created Living North Phoenix, and he gets business from that. That's all part of creating this community. So do me a favor, take a look more at groups, because that's where people are. I mean, Facebook is still the third most visited website in the world, right below Google and YouTube, and it's not going anywhere, especially with groups. That's where people connect. And please do me a favor, subscribe, and let me know if you like my helmet. I love it. Of course, you'll probably see it in a few videos. Have an awesome day.